30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 122, and today I was hoping to talk about food and what's real food, and does vegetarian matter when you're talking about regaining health like we've been talking about it, or does it matter that your food is minimally processed and contains the maximum nutrients in it, and just because I tend to be raw, are there other options out there where you can still get maximum nutrition, but from meats and things of that nature? And I'm no expert in that area. However, today my MRI results came back in, and so for those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I had one done recently, and I stopped my yoga practice until I could get an MRI and a stress echo done, and they're waiting on the stress echo until my MRI got back, and so had that done last week, got the results, which I have right here in front of me, and I'm going to share basically kind of an overview of what the MRI says and what that means to me, and talk a little bit about lifestyle choices. So in a nutshell, the MRI says that I have 8 herniated discs in my neck and back. And now that's a lot. And what it can't tell me is when they happened. Now, at one time I was a competitive athlete, and after that I got bucked off a horse, and I've taken an unfortunate about 4.5 foot drop, and had all sorts of other things that happened, not to mention I'm aging, but most importantly, I'm overweight. And while I don't think that being overweight, from everything that I've read, can lead to a herniated disc, it certainly doesn't help to repair them. And so I've got 8 herniated discs in my neck and back. And so when I started doing the yoga practice, I started to notice them, which ones I'm not sure, but all of a sudden there was, you know, I was feeling the numbness and all these other things going on. And one of the things, and I think it's just a falsehood out there, but you hear it a lot from people that are overweight, and they say, you know, hey, I feel great about myself. That's fine, that's self-image, and I'm healthy. Okay, you're probably not, because there's all sorts of things going on behind the scenes that we don't see, and people will point to one thing: well, I'm overweight and my cholesterol's fine. Okay, what else is going on for you? Obviously, I shared my blood work with you before I started this journey, and after just 30 days eating a raw food lifestyle, and there was a dramatic difference in just 30 days. Well, some of the things don't happen in 30 days, and I'm going to assume that going into this whole thing that I went in with these 8 herniated discs. And actually, now that I feel better, I added more activity, and that aggravated these discs. So had I decided to stay on the couch and not do anything, I might not have noticed these. I might not be here today too. So it's interesting that in trying to regain health, it's kind of opening the blinders, if you will, and kind of opening the curtain and revealing some other health issues that I have going on. And so the good news is that through what I'm doing right now, which is diet, and I'm going to go back to the yoga and exercise just with some modifications, and through losing weight, these can all be, they're not going to be corrected, but they can be mitigated to a great extent. The other thing is there's no... you can't convince me that by carrying an extra 150 pounds, mainly, I'm a guy, so it's all up front, that hasn't made these worse over time, and without that weight, that they might not be in the sad state that they're in right now. And so I wasn't looking for another eye opener. What I was looking for was to make sure that I was healthy. And you know, my spinal column, not only did it take a toll just from living and playing sports and doing all those things, but the toll of carrying around this extra weight is very evident in the MRI. And I share that with you because, you know what, if you're looking for another reason to get started, there are things that we can't see that are going on. And I didn't have a sore back. Okay, my back, I mean, I've had times in my life when I've had a sore back and not had a sore back. The chiropractor said to me today, you know, the fact that I don't really have a sore back and that I've got 8 herniated discs means that I probably either have, a really high tolerance to pain. And in some cases, I probably do. And I don't necessarily think that's a good thing, because pain signals are our message. It's a way to listen to our body. And so if my body has found a way to ignore this because it's been there so much, that's not necessarily a good thing. But there's so much going on behind the curtain that we need to pay attention to. And so I'm grateful that I got the MRI done. I'm actually grateful that it wasn't worse than this. I mean, I didn't know what I expected, but of all the things that could have been wrong, the fact that, and this, I mean, it's not great, but this is something that I know that through what I'm doing right now, which is eating right, exercising, yoga, stretching, that it can all be mitigated. So the next step for me is the stress echo, and we'll see what that reveals as well. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm fine. My back's not in great shape, but I have a feeling I know 150 ways to make it feel better. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to talk just a little bit about food today, as it was just a great day. I was up at the kitchen and got to try some of our new chocolate ice cream, which is absolutely fantastic. And one of the things that we're working on is just some new kind of summery kind of veggie pizzas. And I said, I really want a jalapeno popper pizza, because you guys know that I love the jalapeno poppers. And so they have been working on a jalapeno popper pizza for me, and so I got to have some of this today, which was absolutely fantastic. It's funny because I get to be picky. It doesn't taste anything like our jalapeno popper. It's got its own taste and flavor, and it was absolutely fantastic. So fortunate to be able to go and experiment with those, and have so many great hands up there who are just creative and wonderful. And it was just a great day. And so we will talk about real foods and non-real foods, regardless whether it's vegan, vegetarian, sad diet, or whether you're just eating primarily raw foods. And I hope to do that over the course of the next couple of days. And I also want to probably revisit the stress echo when that happens, and just see. But again, if you're out there and you're wondering about changing your lifestyle and what it is you should be doing, there are things going on, be it in your blood like there was in mine, be it in your spine like there was in mine, that you may not be aware of right now, but undoubtedly there's something out there, and you know that, and that's why you have this desire to get started doing something different. And so I encourage you, even if it's a food journal, which during the weeks I'm going to post mine, during the weekends I'm not going to, just because I like to keep my time limited, but it's just such a great thing to be able to look back on and see that you're making those right choices, and where you're not making them, to learn how to correct them. So until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on.